Welcome to the Keepsake Corner. I have with me this exclusive right here. Okay, we're doing college days, but not only college days, we were doing college athletes with the one and only. Introduce yourself.
Dougie V.
Dougie
QE1.
E. And so,
Athlete one. Whatever they need me to do.
and UNLV quarterback number. Has that always been your number?
Mm-mm.
No?
I just started wearing 2 when I got here. My
Oh.
first number growing up was 3. Then I wore 1 for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Wore 5. Wore 3 and 5 in high school. I wore 17. Even when I first got here, I wore 15.
Mm-hmm.
Or I got those backwards. I wore 15 in high school and 17 when I first got here. But I picked 2 just because I've always wanted to wear 2.
Really?
Yeah.
So why now? Like, I know you always want. So how does that work? For me, of course, I don't know. I'm like, ooh, numbers. But usually, is it like sentimental or?
Yeah,
Because that's a
normally
lot
people
of
do that.
numbers.
Yeah, normally people do like first like sentimental value or whatever, and then way football works is kind of based around position. Like college is a little bit more flexible, and the NFL now like they just changed it. But I really picked 2 just because it was available. 5 wasn't. I really wanted 5.
Okay.
It wasn't available, so I picked 2. But
All right. So like in the league, it doesn't matter. Like it's whatever, or like I said, because
so like skilled players could wear most numbers. Besides, like probably like from like 50 to like what is it like 99 something like that. But they can wear 0, 1, 2, like whatever 27, 17. You know, but guys tend to stay in like traditional numbers. Quarterbacks tend to stay under 19. Receivers really try to stay under 19 too. You know, you get your occasional 20 or whatever. But yeah, kind of stays in that same framework.
Where you from?
Shoot, Inglewood, California. I lived in Hawthorne, early parts of my life. Moved to Inglewood. Yeah, went to Sarah. Campview.
So as far as like your younger years, when was the first time you touched a football?
Probably before I can remember. Like everybody, like I stayed with my dad and his parents when I was younger. My parents had me pretty young. You know, like they all play football on that side of the family. So my uncle was there, my grandpa, my dad, like all these males, they all play football. It was destined for me to play football, and I just so happened to be somewhat good at it, so it just stuck.
Got it. And so you played Pop Warner, and then so did you know you wanted to go to Sarah?
Kind of, sort of. My dad says this now, like he says, like I always wanted you to go to Sarah. Who knows? Like I don't care to believe it or not because I mean I wouldn't know. But I would say probably from like 6th grade, like I knew I wanted to go to Sarah, and then end up going here. You know, enjoyed it. Best high school in LA.
It is. I love it. It was the best decision that I made for Jade. Because I don't know if you know that she was supposed to go to St. Bernard's first.
Sure.
Yeah, signing papers and everything.
Yeah, signing papers is crazy. Yes. I took the plate. They had like the little test or whatever. I took it there, but I took a tour on their campus and it was like, yeah, it was like trashy everywhere. Like roaches in the stands. Their track was dirt. And I was like, yeah, no. If the school looked better, I probably would have went just because like it was closer and I knew more people going to Bernard's, but nah.
So what is so now you're in college, you're playing ball, quarterback. After this, what's an ideal endorsement for you?
Like biggest deal? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't even know the rules. Okay, I think that part. Like an ideal endorsement.
For sure, like Nike or Jordan.
Like, or what was that one?
Jordan.
Okay.
Like just like a brand. Those are 2 brands that I wear a lot. Athletic clothes, regular clothes, whatever, shoes. So like just to have an endorsement by them, just whatever it is, cheaper, free, signature athlete, like something is just better than nothing, you know. So that would probably be the biggest for sure.
So are you the type of person that your placement is based on weather, traffic, like because of course from Inglewood or California to Nevada, nothing. But if you were to go, if somebody else offered you something like,
yeah, I couldn't. The biggest thing for me is like cold.
mm-hmm.
I can't do cold. Like I don't know. I think I'm anemic. That's self-diagnosed. But
so, a lot of it is
I just can't do the cold. Like it's just not my thing. And then probably like, it has to be like a populated area.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the outdoors. Like don't get me wrong. Like I love going on hikes and all of that. But like in terms of living somewhere, like I need to live around a lot of people.
Okay, so when you think of it first, like if it wasn't California, because California is expensive. I don't care who talking about it. It is what it is. What would be like your next state?
If I could just choose anywhere, I'll probably say like Texas or like I've been to Virginia one time. I really liked it out there. Probably somewhere like that. It's cheaper. You get a lot of like property. Just better financially.
Got it. All right. So, what do you do outside of football?
Video games. I'm actually thinking about starting my own podcast. This year, new coaching staff, we have a lot more time in the afternoons compared to before. So I do a lot of talks like these with my friend anyway, all the time. So it's like, why not? Like
why not?
Little tape. People want to see inside the minds of athletes and what they do on a daily basis and whatnot. So yeah, I was thinking about starting. But that and video games is.
What kind of video games though? Like
I really play. So my mom's brother is my uncle. He's like 10 years older than me. So I've always been around him like during all the summers and everything. And he's like a big gamer and car guy, and that's like that reflects right into my personality. Like I'm big on cars and video games. Like if I can, I'll probably spend most of my money on food, video games, and cars. That's it.
Food, video games, and cars. Y'all heard that. Most money. So, talking about your parents, you grew up in a two-parent home. They have always been supportive. I see them all the time. And you have a little sister. Like, your parents started all over, bro.
Yeah.
How was that?
So my parents had my sister in 2018. This is my junior year going into my senior year. It was crazy, I grew up only child. It was like that forever, like not even close to changing. Like I was just the only child. I had a dog, But yeah, I got into my senior year. Parents just had my sister, Nothing really changed, really, besides just having a little, like a little me in the house, Like she was fun to be around and just help raise while I was there. Especially during COVID, once COVID started in 2020, my dad worked a lot more and my mom was home, so kind of like helped her raise my sister and take her where she needed to go and just being there. I was glad that I got to do that before I went to college.
Yeah, that is so cute. And so your parents still together, grew up in a loving two-parent home. So how has that been for you growing up as far as the support and the love that you saw? Because I say it all the time. I grew up in a two-parent home, but I grew up in a loving two-parent home. It's definitely a difference because there are people that have, two-parent homes, and it's just so. How was that with the support and how you just viewed, like I said, relationships and women and men? Because not only your parents, you talk about your uncle as well.
I feel like it's definitely underappreciated. Like as I got older, I started to realize like all the things that they really did that they did so well for me that I didn't realize until I got older. And I started to see, especially when I got to college, I started to see other people's backgrounds and talk to coaches and see how they came up. And everybody doesn't have two parents, and everybody they don't have a mom or dad doesn't call and like, hey mom, can I get a few bucks? We haven't got paid yet, or I need to eat lunch or something like that. Like everybody doesn't have that. So I'm just really grateful to have the support system that I have around me, uncles, aunties, all that. I know if I'm ever in need, I can call whoever, and they got my back. And this isn't like it's not something recent. Like I've always felt like that with them. You know, early on, like I said, I lived with my uncle and my auntie and my grandparents' home, and then spent a lot of time at my grandparents. Once we moved out, I spent a lot of time there anyway. So you know, we were just always around each other and just spent a lot of time together. So it kind of just transitioned into my later life.
And so with that, I'm gonna switch back and forth. I know how to edit because I just thought of a football question too. So, is there anybody out there like from a different football team, state? Like, I don't even care what memories throughout your whole football life when you like, when I see him, like another football player, like think like. I don't care if it was when Pop Warner.
Like it's smoke when I see him?
Yeah, like, I mean, you don't have to say a name.
No, I will say
know who you are. But yeah, like.
A football player that I just beef with.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like my play style isn't really like beefing. Like, because when I play, I really don't. I'm playing so like, I'm not gonna say cocky, but it's like almost like a sense of arrogance. Like I could care less about what you do out here. I just believe if I perform to my best ability, then I'm gonna be alright. So I'm not really worried about you. I don't really need to talk trash to you. Like if I'm talking trash to you, then you started it or you enticed it. Like I'm not gonna say anything to you or anything. That's just not even my character. So yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, what about a like game or a rival? Not necessarily a rivalry because rivalries are, I think, picked. Like, because I was thinking, when did Polly and Sarah become rivalries?
I feel like
I don't know. Because wasn't it just Sarah? Well, I think Norman rivaled with everybody, but
I feel like Sarah. That's definitely a game like from high school for sure. Sarah, Polly. We had our Norman games, but I just feel like that was just that was a rivalry because that's the school. I think it's a really aggressive school or work. But I feel like the Polly rivalry is like really like deep rooted. I'm not sure exactly when it started, but I know like as soon as I got to Sarah, it was like, yeah, we don't lose to Polly ever. Like so, I think they probably won one time, but like in all history of Sarah versus Polly, but I wasn't on the team when it happened, so
right. So, are there any football teams out there that you are just waiting to play over again? Like it's just that one game, like you got me, bro. But next time, just a team.
Yeah, we got a few this year. I definitely can't wait to play Fresno again. Last time I played Fresno at their house, I was having a pretty good game, and I got an injury that put me out for the rest of the season. So that's definitely an opportunity. I can't wait for. We beat Reno, obviously. We didn't expect nothing less but to beat Reno.
Right.
And then Hawaii. I feel like last year Hawaii, we lost Hawaii last year in Hawaii. I feel like we went out there really like lax. We were enjoying the trip. It's a lot of people's first time in Hawaii.
Right.
We flew first class. Like it was a great trip, but I just don't feel like we went out there completely locked in, and then we lost the game, which, inevitably led to the firing of our coach last year. So that game just led to a lot this year. So it just meant a lot more.
It's personal.
Yeah.
It's personal. Okay. I got two more football questions. Oh shit! It just left. It left and it went. Oh, mental. Because I know it's a lot of mental, and you have to balance so much academics, your relationship, everything else. How do you what is Doug's personal time?
Video games, really just I feel like I need to use as much of my personal time as possible relaxing because I would call football a job. My job is very stressful, being a quarterback and just managing everything, not only on the field but off the field. You have to carry yourself a certain way and behave a certain way. So I'm always at work or doing something in some way. So when I get home, I need that time to actually decompress and be myself and actually do what I want to do. What's not needed. That can be tricky. Being in a relationship, you also need to be present and available for your partner. So you just gotta find a balance. But I mean, if you truly love your partner, it won't be an inconvenience. It'll just another thing to do that day.
Right.
It's not even a thing to do. You know, it's just part of your life. You want to do that. You know, so that kind of makes it easier. You know.
How long in between your relationships have you been single?
Let me think. So my first actual relationship in high school was pretty long. I was probably single for about that lasted probably like 3 years. I was probably single for about probably like 3 months maybe, but it wasn't on purpose. It just kind of happened on accident.
Being single for 3 months on accident?
No, not being single.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like that.
My next relationship was on accident. That one really didn't last that long. It was like 2 months maybe, and then after that, it was probably like another. I was single for about almost a year. I was single for almost a year. I was talking to someone, which is my current. We were talking, but we weren't together. You know, and then from that point, from the end of my first semester, my freshman year till now, I've been in a relationship. So it's a pretty long time.
Yes. And so, do you think that has to do with the fact that you've seen your parents be so committal, so you feel like you're committal?
Nah. I feel like it's for sure a relationship. With like having my past relationships, like I've had a relationship that I stayed in, you know, then I had one that I left, you know, and it was for the reasons of the relationship, not because of, you know, I feel like it's the right thing to do. You know, I felt like I needed to leave one relationship, so I left. Another one, you know, I stayed longer until I felt like it was time, you know, to separate. But, you know, that's all God's timing.
Right. So if you had a choice, only because you're committed now, going into the league, single or committed?
Committed, for sure.
For sure?
Yeah. I feel like most athletes, before you go somewhere and start to, even college athletes, like before you, I'm not saying rush and get a girlfriend before you
go to
college, but I'm saying like, you want to get someone that loves you for you, not for what you have, and it's a lot harder when you have a lot, you know, to find someone that loves you for you. You know, you never know until you know. So, luckily, you know, I met my girlfriend before I played a snap here, and there was no NIL, or it was actually COVID, so I wasn't even playing football. She didn't know I was a football player, so I told her. So,
right. That's so precious. Yeah. So, what have you learned from the time you stepped foot on campus till now, because you're a senior, you're about to graduate? What have you learned about yourself? Especially these were your college years, and you said you came, so essentially you came into college committed.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what have you learned about yourself within 4 years?
I make rash decisions, or not even rash. Like I'm just like I get tunnel vision, and it's like my dad. Like I see it in him, and then I start to see the same things in myself. Like I do that same stuff. I'm like, I'm trying to correct him and help him, and I'm not even listening to my own advice. So, like recently, within the last couple months, I've been like focusing on like actually like, okay, let me just think about it, or let me sleep on it, or anything, you know. I literally cut my hair. Like I cut my hair just because like I was like I want to cut my hair, and I like DM like all these different barbers like, hey, when can you get me? And everybody loves that. Get you in tomorrow or the next day, and I was just so persistent on getting my hair cut. At that moment, I cut my hair.
Impulsive. That's the word.
Yeah.
You're impulsive.
Yeah. Like, really.
Okay, that's good. Well, thank you. I mean, we could do a part 2, part 3, part 4 here, but again, we talked about balance and time, and I know we got to go. But I appreciate you for being a partner. Did you have any takeaways from here?
I like being on camera. Like it's not as hard as I thought it would be. I feel like because I talk to myself a lot already. So I might end up doing a podcast.
As you should, seriously, because people want to know different perspectives, and that's why I started here. Because again, you know, Jay is my daughter, 20 years old. You guys went to school together, and seeing her grow up and the perspectives and things are totally. I'm never. I mean, I always like, oh, back in my day, but I never take y'all experience for granted because it was different. So definitely do a podcast. And you guys tune in. Okay. Thank you.